Welcome to the show. Time for North American Counter-Strike ECS League. We're going to have 2 matches for you today, the first of which is coming very shortly indeed. So we're going to have TSM versus EchoFox. That's going to be the first match of the North American segment of the broadcast. We had a European match earlier on versus Pro versus FaZe, which ended up in somewhat of a shock 2-1 victory for FaZe, but more about that later perhaps. We are going into the pistol soon for TSM versus EchoFox.
And by soon you mean immediately?
By soon I indeed mean immediately, Dan. I said soon because I saw somebody running backwards with their knife out and I thought, wait, is this a knife round? I thought it happened already. But there we are. So TSM versus EchoFox, the first map is going to be Train. And let's have a look. EchoFox have, I believe that's Roca, whose Complexity logo has disappeared from his avatar, Dan. There are rumours, but I don't know if there's any official confirmations. But I think people can assume that Roca is indeed joining the EchoFox team.
Seems somewhat to be the case currently. And he's been playing a lot with EchoFox. And in this pistol round on Train, we're going to see, of course, a pretty even situation. The bomb yet to be planted. Obviously quite an issue. And here you go. It's going to finally go down. So that's a nice bit of security, added security for EchoFox. And we are going to see TSM now against the retake attempt. autimatic, last man standing. I remember the days when autimatic tried to change his name, James.
To Han.
Was that it? I can't remember.
It was Han, yeah.
Is it Han?
I want to be known as Han.
Han. All right, well.
I'm glad he's back to, his normal name.
And Batman is not Batman. Bruce Wayne is not present. It is SEMPHIS. He's an imposter.
Definitely not Batman.
Trying to impersonate.
I know he's been in the gym, but you're not Batman. It's SEMPHIS. Let's go, SEMPHIS. TSM off to a bad start here. Ooh, we've got 5 HEs coming in, and they're all going to be flying over towards Mo, who is going to be a little bit upset. Still one on to autimatic. Will it be a late HE into main? Mo's made it out alive regardless, but not for long. He's going to get taken down. So the rest of the team seems to be going over towards the B-bomb site, the T's that is, although the CTs are hot on their heels. And again, there's a default plant going in here, which is perfectly fine considering the anti-eco in the situation. But generally speaking, I would like to see more. Oh, we'll come back to it in a second actually. The P90 from Rix should be the final stand here for the CTs, because they shouldn't really have an answer to such an aggressive weapon in this situation. AHP, he's dead. So yeah, we had the default plant in this situation, which is fine, but I think it was Astralis at the Major, I want to say, we were casting where they played Train, and they planted on the sides of the trains, which gives them so much more opportunity to defend the plant. So I would like to see that more going forward from teams in general. We'll see if it happens in this match.
Got to say, I do like EchoFox's logo. Just wanted to throw it out there. Yeah, nice logo. And the very, very typical aggression on the eco coming in, being secret. Something NIP were doing at the Major, the Banway Masters, was they would actually throw nades on an early timing to basically defend against what is the most likely aggression as the CTs, which is the push that we just saw. And we saw, I think, NIP threw a couple HEs and a flashbang with a peak to defend against that timing. Of course, the timing can always be a little bit different. You got to guess, but TSM finding some luck with it, stealing away an AK as well as a frag. And I would very much like it if EchoFox don't lose any additional players in this round. I think that would be very nice. But they're going to go try and hunt down these 2 players. And the thing about going for the hunt here is that one of the 2 players has an AK, but they don't know which one, and they don't know where the 2 players are as well. So definitely giving an opportunity for the CTs a little bit to burn away some of the T cache, but they will find the frag in the end. And EchoFox going 3-0 as expected after the pistol victory.
Yes. SEMPHIS has picked up the big green gun. I feel like it's been a while since we've watched a TSM game for some reason. But yeah, I'm curious to see, if I'm not mistaken, they removed one of their players recently. I think that is correct. Well, we'll see where TSM are at in this match. They are on the bye now, and again, SEMPHIS is on the hunt in A. Rix, wow, what a snap, takes down SEMPHIS. No answer from FNS from lower either. And it seems EchoFox will be quite happy with that frag. Again, they've gone for the default plant. Sick is in the site, put the roca down, but the bomb has been planted. Now, all of a sudden, we're down to a 3 versus 3 thanks to Sick. FNS coming in to take down Rix, so the advantage is in the favor of the CTs now. And again, that plant will limit exactly what the Ts can do. Sean Gares, last man standing, going to get taken down, I was going to say from connector, but Sick gets himself a 4-man there and keeps TSM in the round after going 2 men down. I mean, that should have been GG's, but Sick had other ideas, killing 4 players to put TSM all the way back in.
That knife is so ridiculously huge.
Very Rambo-essence.
It's kind of weird how large it is, James. Kind of strange indeed. Either way, Orb coming in onto SEMPHIS and to Mo as well. So, you know, I'm interested to see how Mo's going to play here. How is Mo going to find the picks for his team? Obviously, with the AWP, you would expect the pick-based play to come in, and the CT should be wise to this. It's a very usual way to open up into a round such as this, where TSM finally won that buy round, buy versus buy. EchoFox have an AWP because they had all that bank for it. And now it's down to Mo to find that kill. He's looking for the alley pick. And FNS looking to get himself close to teammate. This is very nice, actually. And if he could actually implant himself, if the teammate can throw a nade in for him to help him into these positions, and he could just take a forward spot, that'd be fantastic. But in fact, he'll just get the kill straight up. And that's going to take a lot of options away from EchoFox. They're going to probably start having a bit of a discussion to basically say, okay, guys, we need to actually go for this now. We've lost a player. We've got to convert somehow. We've got to take some advantage back into the round, despite being a man down. And they've run out of utility almost. They've got 1 smoke, 2 smokes, and a Molotov and an HE, and that is that. TSM otherwise have loads of utility, so TSM with a strong advantage.
Yeah, it's an interesting setup here from TSM where they've abandoned Ivy, but the twist is looking at the cross basically for when EchoFox move towards CT. As you can see there, just the tiniest of gaps to raise the alarm once Mo and roca start moving. Now the bomb's going over there, so it seems EchoFox have the read that the CTs have no idea what's going on, but indeed Twistzz has the information. And now there are going to be many CTs looking the way of roca as he gets traded. Rix comes in to take down FNS, but there's still a man advantage for the CT. With 15 seconds left on the clock, some of them are starting to move back, leaving Rix alone with 1 HP, going for the fake. No plant for his team. 2 members surviving for TSM. And away they go with another buy, whereas EchoFox, Rix could drop some Tech 9s. But there's not much going on for them. Either the eco's called or they go for the force to try and ruin the economy of the CTs who, once their buy comes in, don't have much money either. I mean, the Automatic's got 4K, but for the most part, the rest of the team have about $300 per person. But it seems EchoFox will go for the eco and play things a bit more patiently. Moving towards the B-bomb site now. Smoke onto Sean Gares and the flash onto roca. One would presume that the smoke goes towards connector as per usual. There are some nice flashes you can do off the wall. So if anybody is standing above the lower entrance to be on top of the train, they will likely get pop flashed unless they choose to look away, because you have to bounce it off the wall.
And it's SEMPHIS' first frag. Congrats to SEMPHIS. He's going to pick up a second one as well.
Oh, he's doubled his score.
And he's helped to retake this bomb site quite effectively. Only losing 2 players in the end, TSM. And I would say, you know, SEMPHIS, obviously, we've seen a lot of SEMPHIS, seen a lot of finesse in the past. We've seen some automatic, but I don't know about you, James, but I have not seen much Twistzz or Sick.
I do not know much about them, Dan. But didn't they? Twistzz is 16, I'm told. Producer E says Twistzz is 16. So a young'un. But again, it's interesting because I think many, you know, there's a bit of a land grab by many teams in North America. So there isn't really much left in terms. I mean, this is not a comment on Twistzz skill by any means, but the point is, generally speaking, I think there is not much available in terms of talent because everyone's being either they're stuck on a team already or they're being held hostage
Also,
for lots of money.
unproven youngsters can work very, very hard. I mean, when I was around that age and I signed with Dignitas at the time, I was sleeping like 3 or 4 hours a night because I was spending all my free time just playing as much as possible.
I think, I don't know, are you an exception? I would think that you are an exceptional nerd, Dan, in the point that the average player of that age may not put in as much effort as you did.
Yeah,
being quite an analytical uber nerd.
School definitely was not a concern for me. Back then, I was just grinding it hardcore because I was too afraid that I just wanted to keep getting better as quickly as possible. Anyway, we do have a quick trade coming in as finally EchoFox after creeping their way all along the White Horse top dog alley, start to pinch into this bomb site, but it's been a bit of a bloody affair. Real bloody war, some might say, James. Real bloody war.
Oh, let's move on from those jokes. Come on. Come on.
And finally, we have a 1 versus 1. Sean Gares, who's been actually individually a standout for EchoFox, is left in a 1 versus 1, which he cannot win. SEMPHIS is showing his AUP credentials. He's not a learner, James. He is. You know what, James? I was going to make a kind of a comparison to when you get your driving license, and after you've had your license, domestically for a few years, then you can finally drive abroad on the other side of the road. You can take, cars abroad.
I would have loved to have seen how you've made that connection into a joke then.
But the thing is that I don't have a driver's license, James. So I immediately felt like a fraud.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't do it, not because of that, because it just would have been a terrible joke.
It wouldn't really have been a joke so much as just a.
It would have been just a what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, why not? Oh, nice idea. Not going to pan out there for roca though. You don't have a driver's license anyway, so in some ways I feel a little bit better about myself.
Yeah, I need to sort it out.
I would.
I went on a test, Dan.
There was some time.
I went on a test,
Yeah,
and I would have passed it, but he asked me to do an emergency stop, which I did, and then afterwards I just carried on driving and didn't check my mirrors because I knew nobody was there, because it was a virtual scenario then. But he instantly failed me for that. So I must have said something wrong for him to do me like that. Anyway, let's see if EchoFox can get the bomb down in the situation. A2Z's got it, but he's behind E-Box, as they say in America, or E-Box. He's dead, Dan. Twistzz bringing the headshots. I like the patient little tap to the face there, because being a 16-year-old, you think maybe he'll be nervous, but no, he seems cool. He seems ready.
And stereotyping
who's
16-year-olds, what is this?
Has he got a 16-year-old girlfriend, Dan? Or is she 17? Or is she 18?
What are you talking about?
Or is she 18? Is he punching above his weight, Dan? Is Jules 18 years old?
I got failed because I touched the curb on a maneuver. I touched that curb, instant fail.
Wow. You had a collision.
I touched the curb.
You had a collision with a stationary device, Dan. A stationary object. That's impressive.
Anyway, quick push coming in here with the rifles from EchoFox. And to be honest, they're keeping it very simple right now, just trying to barrel into the defense of TSM, pretty putting it to the test, and it's going to withstand the test. We do have 3 members surviving so far here for TSM, holding the line. The bomb has not made it really, well, it's made it somewhat close to the bomb site, but there's no realistic chance for them to get the plant there. So good defense coming from TSM. TSM actually doing a great job so far. As soon as, SEMPHIS got onto the AUP, and they won that round on B, and they started building a little bit of a buffer on the money. We're starting to see a bit more comfort from TSM, and they're really playing the rounds out of the bag here.
On the plus side, one benefit of all the players being tied up in contracts is it gives greater opportunity for new blood to come through, because it can be hard to break into the circles, if you will, of people that just rely. I think it's a conversation we've had before where people's names carry them to places where perhaps they shouldn't be. Perhaps they're past their former glory. Perhaps they never had glory in the first place. But there we go. We'll see what Twistzz can do. I wish him the best of luck in his journey. And I'll be quite interested to follow him as far as it may take him. As long as he doesn't suck that. So we've got 2 Ts over towards Ivy at present. Mo and roca going in there. The bros. They're definitely not bros, but I mean, they're not biological brothers, Dan, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure why the clarification is needed, but I just don't want people to think that they're brothers when they're not, Dan. Because who knows where that could lead.
Well, brother seems to take on more definition than one these days.
That is also true.
I mean, that has become quite foreign to me, but quite apparent after Vegas. And Mr. what's his name? I don't remember what his name is. Charles Barkley. There we go.
Oh, he called me a brother, yeah.
Yeah, Charles Barkley.
He did. That's cool.
You got called a brother by Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It's good times. So TSM not having the best of times at the moment. Twistzz is in trouble. Can he get the no-scope onto Mo? And he cannot, but he will be traded by 6. So if his team could take the round, then that would be good. But it's a 4 versus 2 now. autimatic coming in to do what he can. Being spotted and wasn't able to do anything with it. Can't even escape because of the Molotov. Batman is coming in from the back.
No, it won't do that.
He's got $6,300 in the bank. So well, it's a problem though, because obviously in a lot of situations where your team has lots of money, you want to take away as many guns as possible. But on a map like Train, you have to wonder if you want to do that with an AWP, because if you're going to go down on your sword and give up an AWP, which they don't otherwise have, I think on a map like Train that could be significantly impactful. So I do believe even if he can buy another one, he will want to save it as much as possible, and it has been taken by Rix.
There's no saving.
I mean, look at the money on EchoFox. They have like 3.5k each, so they couldn't afford to buy an AWP, which they now have. So the question is, what impact will this AWP have in this round? It depends on how aggressive Mo wants to go. Again, for those of you who aren't too familiar with Train at a competitive level, obviously the fastest place you're going to get a peek in is Team Main as an AWPer, as a terrorist, in fact. Never mind what gun you're using. But the CTs get to connector to look at Team Main before the Ts get to main to look at connector every single time. So that is not a peek you should take, because you should get wrecked.
Well,
I like how Roca's knife is called Ginger Avenger.
I think with Mo as well is that your question here is that it can actually be quite difficult to get the picking angles on this map, or be good at picking from the T side on this map. But a lot of teams have this default, this kind of basic way of playing, whereby when they get the money, all the money, where they can have all the weapons that they can buy anything they want, they get an AWP, and they'll try to open the round like that. Because then once they open the round like that, their set piece onto the bomb site then becomes very, generally very successful after having that man advantage. And teams are wisening up on the CT side, generally speaking, to try to avoid getting picked off. And EchoFox not actually getting a pick early into the round, waiting a very long time and finally going for that B push, and autimatic's there. All autimatic really has to do is just delay these Ts, make sure that they can't push past him. That's the most important thing. He doesn't have to even get frags, just make sure that he cannot push past him, and he's going to get one frag there as he slightly falls back a little bit, trying to get himself to a little bit more cover, just changing up that angle, but he will finally go down. And it does not look like TSM are sustaining good battles here. They are down a couple men. It's like Twistzz will be able to change that, looking to just barrel down into the bomb trade itself, perhaps. He does finally have SEMPHIS, who can help him out, but they are going to call for the save, which is very wise. ATZ also, perhaps unknown to them, has the GG Molotov as well, so there's no real chance here in actually defusing the bomb. So good call, but another round for EchoFox. And where did TSM go from here? They don't have much money.
It's a very good point, actually, about not letting them pass that line. It's a nice idea. So the gap is being closed. EchoFox just a 1 round behind TSM now, who are starting to lack on the money. Now, there are gimmicks you can do on an eco towards the B bomb site, where you can see, again, the default plant, obviously called default for a reason, happens almost every round where there is a plant on the B bomb site. But if you kindly throw a smoke for the Ts to plant in the smoke, and you're standing in the middle of the bomb train, then it's reasonable to be able to run into that smoke and then knife them as they're planting the bomb. It's a doable thing. I hope to one day see an attempt in a pro match. But it's not really an eco. I mean, it more or less is for TSM, but I do have the AWP and M4 in play. So the question for EchoFox is trying to discern where exactly SEMPHIS is playing. I do wonder if like SEMPHIS is like sitting at home with just a Batman outfit on. Like, Is he wearing the cape and the hat thing? I think somebody should Photoshop that.
Is he doing the theme tune?
But which one? There's more than one.
The old school.
Or maybe he's like, I don't know if you're familiar with YTMND. Obviously you are. We'll come back to that in a minute. Please stop singing, Dan. I'm trying to work here. This is a place of work, and there is no place for your singing in such a place of work. The rifle's gone down for Twistzz, leaving SEMPHIS alone. There's still a man advantage though, but the problem is these players for TSM can quickly disappear. The M4 hasn't been picked up by the remaining CTs. SEMPHIS still doing work. TSM sick with the pistol kill coming in there. So Rix is alone, and he's just going to walk and get absolutely wrecked by SEMPHIS. So I'm not sure exactly what went wrong for EchoFox there. Well, SEMPHIS. SEMPHIS went wrong for them. And the eco is picked up by TSM. And what on earth was I saying before that?
Talking about places of work.
No, before that.
Singing.
Before that.
And Batman costumes.
Oh, yeah, I was saying on YTMND, there is...
What, on what, sorry?
You're the man now, dog.
What is that?
No, Dan. With all the time you spent on the internet, don't tell me you don't know what YTMND is.
No.
How is that possible? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I think you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Really?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what You're the Man Now Dog is?
No.
I didn't even know how that's possible. I think the younger guys might not know. Basically, it's a website where you could synchronize GIFs with audio files, and it would just loop. And you could put like awful text over it, and that was it. It was just like a meme lord website.
All right. Fair enough.
But there's one of you know the old school Batman with the drawn-on eyebrows.
Yeah.
Do you? Because
Yeah,
that
well, I was doing the oldest theme tune possible.
Yeah, with the drawn-on eyebrows, where it was like really camp, super camp. There's a video where he's running with holding a bomb, and the music's saying. I'll listen to it one day.
Great. Just fantastic. Glad we went through this.
Over
the buy round, James.
I'm gonna find it now.
Over this buy versus buy, I'm happy we established this. We have, to be honest though, EchoFox just trying to walk into the A site, and the likes of Twistzz basically showing them that they cannot do that. They cannot take these one-on-ones. From an individual skill perspective, so far TSM are doing a good job. ATZ left in a position having to clutch against 4 players. He's got 1 frag. He does have the bomb as well, but below him he will find issue. Great issue in autimatic, and that's going to be 8-5. TSM looking like they're having a pretty strong first half here on the CT side of Train, and EchoFox are money screwed. There is no money for them to buy with. So what are they going to do? There are a lot of teams that have kind of, we'll just try to run a smoke set piece on either the A or the B bomb site just to get a plant here, because James, it's not really not time for this.
Well, that's what YTMND is.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy that that's off my radar, because that looks entirely ridiculous and a waste of time. So, looks like we'll probably see, very much what I was talking about there, very minimal investment just to get the bomb down from the EchoFox side. Can't believe you waste my time with this.
You know when I open my laptop again, that's what's going to start playing. I need to remember not to do that like in the church or something, not that I go to church. So SEMPHIS is coming in to kill off this eco attempt to plant the bomb. And autimatic coming in from the back, but he's going to get shot in the front. And the bomb's gone down. So nicely played. I mean, it's fair enough. TSM going to play the distance for the most part. And they're going to lose a lot of players here, actually. They could have lost the entire round if that frag comes in. That's pretty crazy. Nice work by Sean Grills and co. 3 players down on a very cheap eco from EchoFox.
Yeah, but I mean, for TSM, there's 2 rounds left in this half. Now there'll be, well, there's just 1 round left in this half, so it's not going to be too impactful in the long term, which is, I guess, fine for them, because they should be able to full buy. I would be very surprised if they cannot afford a full buy. Yeah, they have more than enough for a full buy, so that's going to be fine as long as they won the round. It's all good. And we've seen some nice stuff out of Twistzz and Six so far. EchoFox, they haven't really been able to get the picks going. That's been a bit of a struggle. And because they can't get the picks going, they try to kind of play a little bit of contact play into some forward positions to try to open up the bomb sites. And TSM have just been doing quite well at just winning some of these one-on-ones. And in this round, we're going to get that very classic aggressive ult from SEMPHIS. He is so known for this, and you can see Mo's even just looking for that aggro play on Ali, not knowing perhaps who's going to play aggro and with what, but of course it's going to be Mo. Sorry, it's of course going to be SEMPHIS, and Mo's going to capitalize. So 5 versus 4 situation, and EchoFox finally get that advantage that they need. It does look like they're trying to go for a secret take here, and autimatic could actually level the playing field if he gets a cheeky little double. Have to see if he's good for this.
I wonder how many frags this spot is good for. Apparently 0, as A2Z is going to get a nice crouch peek in there and shoot autimatic straight in the face. So that is 2 men down for TSM, and all the rest are pushing through connector, the choke point together, and Rix has almost already flanked all 3 of them. So TSM looks to get completely wiped out here.
I've got to say, Rix has been doing quite well in all the matches I've seen with Lady EchoFox. He's been one of the better performers up there with Sean Gares. And we'll get a 9-6 in the end. So to be honest, relatively even half. Definitely, TSM with a nice little string of rounds. 6 in a row there. That's pretty respectable. And I'm quite curious because we haven't seen TSM really in this incarnation of TSM. I'm quite curious to see how their T side is actually going to look. Because on train, again, it's very difficult. Again, there's a variety of ways to play. You could try, gimmicky, smoke tricks, or various ways to just find that initial pick, so you can have an advantage when you go in for that play onto either the A or the B bomb site. A lot of teams do like to play out the default, take map control. But that's the thing on this map. The map control is fairly limited because you have Secret, and you have Ali and Main and Popdog, and then you're on the bomb site.
Yeah,
there's no in between.
Map control is site control.
Yeah, or being on the site or not being on the site.
Yeah.
It's more or less. The only thing really is secret control, because the thing about secret control is you just want to show your presence there. It's like, that's the only real important thing for the DTs to do, because then obviously you're showing to the CTs that, hey, we can go B. And if we can go B, then you can't rotate. You can't, I mean, they're trying to discourage the play heavily into A.
What do you call secret on this map?
The B in a hallway, upper hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never called it secret.
Even though called it secret.
No.
It's always been called secret from everyone I play with.
The only
I play with, well, I guess it comes from Swedes though.
Yeah, the only secret I've ever used that I can think of right now is obviously on Nuke.
Right.
So
I honestly don't know why they all call it secret, but they just do. So I just picked it up. I have no other name for it. Apart from inner. The inner halls.
B halls, yeah.
B halls, yeah.
Okay, well, TSM take a 9-round score, almost a 9-round lead, into the second half. And it is their turn to be the aggressor here. The next 2 maps in this best of 3 are going to be Dust 2 and Cobblestone will be the decider should it be required. So I think SEMPHIS in particular will be having a field day on map 2. Good map for him, but his team will need to turn up as well, because it is not a one-man show unless your name is Nico. Nice hold from Popdog, from Rix. Got one more to find, but he's picked up a 5-7, which is good for quite a few bullets. Lots of backtracking and spraying there. Warning shots as the T's push into the site.
Yeah, a little bit awkward here. T's able to equalize 3 versus 3 now as they try to push onto the bomb site, but actually they're not convinced as well. I can see that they're thinking about doubling back there, but I think the 4th position of autimatic encouraged them to try to push onto the site, in which they will finally do, and FNS will secure the bomb plant. So there is that, the bomb plant at the very least. But it's down to the new boy, the youngster in Twistzz, as well as FNS, to pick up this round. And Twistzz playing very openly with the long-range aim battles here, which is definitely dangerous business. But that's the thing with pistol rounds. With pistol rounds, it doesn't matter how much damage you do to somebody. It's all about if you hit those headshots or not. It can just change everything with a few headshots, and it's like Twistzz will go down in the end, or Twistzz will go down in the end. Obviously not to be confused with Swedish Twistzz, who plays for Godsent. But we shall see the money, the bonus money, $800 all around, go to the TSM side. And this is where we'll start to maybe learn something about them. Will they save for the AKs, full save for the AKs? Or are they going to go for an execute? There are some teams that do like to go for the execute in a round like this, just because you can just just hammer into that A or B site with a set piece very quickly, because all you really need is the grenades. Actually, to a large extent, playing B-bomb site is really, really good with Tech 9s, because gaining ground is half of the battle as a T side, and with the Tech 9s you can run and shoot, and that allows you to gain ground very, very quickly and be able to deal with the defenders at the same time. So there are a lot of teams that would just get the pressure on immediately in this round with a B set piece. But it looks like they're going to perhaps do just that, but without the Tech 9s, without the smoke grenade support. So the life will be quite difficult, but perhaps they can pull it off. There's 2 UMPs to worry about, a FAMAS, a rifle and a scout. And there's 2 players who are really in the vicinity. Roca's there with the FAMAS to help Sean Gares. Sean Gares caught the nade out there, not actually going to go and take any damage, but an opportunity to get some frags, and maybe this will afford the T's the bomb plant. That's exactly what they're played for, and yes, they're going to get it. And that is mission accomplished, to be honest. They can lose everybody, they don't care.
Yep, the bomb is down, and EchoFox close in on tying up the scoreline. So we'll see what TSM have to offer in the following round. And also what EchoFox will do with their weapons. 2 UMPs, they could continue with those and then go for a bigger buy to make the best use of their economy in the following round. It is a risky play perhaps, but we'll see if they choose to do that. Depends on their positions as well. If they're playing close quarters, they may be happy to continue with the UMP. You can see A2Z has chosen to drop his for the M4, whereas Sean Grills is going to keep his one going. So we'll see the initial layout of these teams. It seems Twistzz is just going to be holding a passive angle, keeping an eye on any potential IB push, of which there is none at the moment. Not too often you see that. Every once in a while, you might see a 2-man push through IB from a team. And it seems TSM are just going to hold formation for the time being. 2 over towards B, 1 above pop, 1 checking out main passively. All passive holds from TSM, so it would appear that they have a certain timing with which they want to do something. Maybe around the 1 minute mark, for example. Indeed, 1 minute 10, and they're starting to move away a little bit from the B bomb site. Throwing a few nades in, maybe trying to bait a reaction from the teams, but nothing doing at the moment. Sean Gares actually seems he's playing retake, just spotting with the UMP, which will be considerably less useful from that range versus the AKs of the TSM side. There are a lot of different setups you can have over towards the B bomb site. For example, where Sean is standing, you could have the AWPer over there looking at upper, while somebody's close looking at lower. But it seems that EchoFox want none of that, and they are happy to play a retake should it be required. I think Mo's still on a scout at the moment. He is indeed, the big iron, no less. So, TSM have decided upon the B bomb site with 20 seconds remaining, going in Na'Vi style, and this retake from EchoFox will be interesting. There is, I think FNS is moving to the back side of the B site, and he's got himself a kill onto Mo. Sean Gares unable to trade with the UMP, and the rest of EchoFox will save their rifles.
Indeed, they will. But a very successful round, all in all, and that very passive play, kind of going for retakes there from EchoFox is certainly. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Obviously, in hindsight, you're like, oh well, it didn't work, so it must have been wrong. But no, obviously.
Well, in fairness, I think we highlighted somewhat before it even started that it was a bit unusual.
It's a bit odd. I mean,
especially considering the weapon Sean has.
That's the main thing. He had the worst weapon of his entire team to play that kind of position. I mean, there were scouts, there were FAMASs, there were some M4s. He was the only guy with an SMG. So with the SMG, you would have liked to seen him play close, whether that be upper or whether that be down by the amongst the trains or in that off angle below the ladder, which is a very common spot. But if he's good for a frag or two, at the very least his team had kind of a chance there. But yeah, it's curious why they would make that call actually, because playing retake B can be quite scary if you give the T's time. That's the problem. It's giving the T's time to take the yard, which is exactly what happened. And we have the scout on Mo still.
Oh, he bought another one.
Yeah, it seems so.
So this time, EchoFox have a different setup over towards B, in that they have 2 people in the site itself. Sean Gares obviously has, he has better weaponry now, and he's playing closer than with the UMP on the previous round, which again is curious. So the bomb is leading the charge over towards Ivy with 2 men in tow, and Mo's going to get shot straight in the head. So I don't know how much he will have seen on the def cam, but now it looks like an ace split is coming in from 3 directions, in fact. Rix is in a strong position, but the noise of his teammate being killed will distract him, and he will go down. 4 versus 2 now, as both players on the EchoFox side are shut out of the A-bomb site. We've got Sean Gares coming in from the back. Roca trying to get a frag, almost getting it. Sick onto 1 HP. But the clock is ticking, and the numbers are not in favor of the CT side.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward, to say the least. TSM do seem to be taking the lead finally in this match, now that EchoFox are put into economic turmoil. And EchoFox, they have been trying to play a lot of train. It does seem to be one of the more comfortable maps for them, but one of the big issues is that they haven't really been able to use Mo, because their economy has just been, kind of bad. Mo's, as he's mentioned, Mo's on a scout 2 rounds in a row there. You kind of feel like you want to see him on an AWP one of the rounds instead of scout on 2 of the rounds. And this round, of course, he will finally be able to afford the AWP. And he's going to be moving. Is he going to go close here? Oh, how's he playing this with this AWP? You'll be going for the close angle, so that's quite an unexpected one, I should think. I don't think the T's will really predict this, but the thing is that this round doesn't really matter. We've got a very fast push from FNS straight down to quad, and the rest of his teammates now falling in behind. We've got Twistzz there by the electric box pushing forwards as well, and the headshots are coming the way of the T side at the moment. Nice kill coming in from Twistzz. He's going to find himself a frag as well as SEMPHIS, and that's going to be a good look right now for TSM that can finally get the bomb planted, and in fact all the CTs are dead. So TSM with just a very fast round are going to find themselves with a big result, and EchoFox, how annoying is it for Mo? He finally gets an AWP, but he's just powerless. He can't use it at all because he's over towards B. The push comes into A. By the time he arrives towards A, the site is lost. That is the frustrating thing when you've just bought an AWP. That's really frustrating.
Yeah, that is the worst. And I think it really sucks as well when you're like a B player in general, because if that happens repeatedly on the map, then there's not much you can do, and obviously it makes you look worse on the stats, because you're in situations where you leave the B bomb site and all your teammates are dead repeatedly, and then you're like, oh well, he didn't show up, but really he didn't get an opportunity to, because all his teammates were dead before he even saw anybody, based on his position, and so on and so forth.
And when you buy an AWP as well, you're thinking to yourself, all right, I'm going to save the round, I'm going to kill everyone, but when there's just smokes up and a bomb ticking away, there is just nothing you can do sometimes. So, a site retake on train is amongst one of the hardest, if not the hardest, site to retake in the game. So yeah, there is that. And very brave dive there from FNS. He will get punished, and EchoFox actually landing some kills here, which will stretch the T defense a little bit thin, but looks like they should be okay. Autimatic holding on the back, and there's a second player. Rix will show himself, and he's now the last player. TSM have done well to salvage this round and create it, turn it into something that they can convert. And that's going to be 13 rounds for them. EchoFox should have a buy in the next round, but really, where is their comfort going to be found? They will have $2,900 in addition to what you see there, which is, so they'll have something in the region of 5K. And so, they have all the buy options now, but how do they use them? That's the problem with the CT side on this map too. You can't. It's hard to really get proactive. You can maybe play close to to Pop Dog, close to team main. You can maybe even put a player inside team main if you're very brave. But beyond that, and maybe an alley push, it starts to get to a very highly risky territory where you risk just losing a player. And this is the map where the sites are just quite strong to hold. So you try to play for the holds instead. And 4 players on A at the early timings in the round. And perhaps we'll start to see one of them drifting back to B. Looks like that's the case. Sean Gares will be that drifter.
Yeah, it's an interesting way that they're playing the B site, actually. And I do wonder if, I mean, I do wonder if Mo is in a position where he can really get his AWP fired off at the moment. You can see he's being smoked off. Could get a frag coming in here, as it seems TSM are focusing on the A bomb site. And the CT side hasn't really been here for EchoFox so far. And they are running out of opportunities to get it going. So a bit of movement over towards the B bomb site for the CT, putting somebody all the way back towards connector, the connector area. Well, TSM maybe playing for another pick, perhaps. Again, Mo's just been around Ivy, looking towards main, but not being given the frag just yet. Twistzz made his way out of A main, and that's causing an instant reaction because I think he was spotted by Mo. So now EchoFox is sending a third player in towards B. They've got somebody playing close underneath the higher area, and 2 at the back now. But really, I think if they had Mo watching upper from connector in this situation, it would be more useful than him being over towards A. The charge is coming in. Roca finally makes himself known. 2-man spray down for him. Sean and A2Z coming through as well. TSM playing things slow, trying to play the man advantage while they had it. But it doesn't work out for them on this occasion. Still lots of money in the bank, though.
Yeah, they do have money to play with, but it's starting to get rather laboured. This is, well, if they lose this round, they'll get $1,900. So they won't. I mean, think of the bomb down actually. Actually, if they get the bomb down in this round, even if they lose, they can actually have a respectable force up in the rest of the round, in the following rounds. So you know, it's gonna be hard for EchoFox to overcome their aggressors at the moment in TSM. Now we have the secret or the B holes take, whatever you want to call it. In fact, actually, no, it's going to be called off, to be honest. So you get the pop flash down into pop dog. It's actually very hard to correctly pop flash that, so that if there is a player waiting there, it feels like a player waiting there.
It's not hard to pop flash it. No, there's a certain angle you can just right click it and it drops in, and there's a little box, and it basically just bounces off the box and pop flashes immediately.
Okay, because I see people messing that up all the time.
It's because they suck that.
Because when you mess that up, obviously it's pretty easy to kill those players coming down ladder. So as a CTs, but this round doesn't look like TSM are able to make their way into the bomb site, and they are smashing some heads right now. There's heads all over the floor, sent rolling by these AK-47s. Bomb is now planting. We do get nades. And Roca being quite effective. Twistzz taking a lot of damage, but can Roca and Mo get the finishing blows here? Mo yet to really have a great impact in this train match. This would be the round to show up for Mo, especially now. Yeah,
I think they put him over towards Ivy, and they're not really doing much towards Ivy. So I think if he was playing around connector, he might have more impact on the way things are going at the moment. So, but again, you know, I suppose the person you're rotating him with needs to know how to be playing those positions as well, to a degree. But yeah, I mean, they're spending all the money putting him on an AWP. But with TSM not going towards Ivy, there's not much he can really do apart from stand there. I mean, he can look towards main as well, but you know, he's holding 2 tight angles, and while all of his teammates are dying, so maybe a bit more dynamic adjustment would be. What the hell happened there?
He pulled out a nade for some reason.
Oh, that's not good.
That's really not good.
It's actually quite weird, because if you're using your mouse wheel to switch through, sometimes with mouse wheels they'll kind of get stuck. I don't know how to explain it, but basically at some point they will just move a little bit to the next click, and then that might happen. So that could be why, or perhaps he pressed the wrong button on his keyboard. I don't know. This might be. That's basically it. Yeah.
That's much better. Oh, playing the dangerous game with the pistols here, but still able to get the frag there is sick. And there's still 3 players left alive. Roca king amongst them with that Mag 7. I think he might get the bomb. Oh my goodness, that could have been scary if he picked the frag up there. The one-on-ones. These CTs keep getting these one-on-ones. This is very scary indeed. The bomb will go down for TSM. And one thing to remember is that there's no kit for the CTs.
Yeah, but there's no help on these Ts. Twistzz had 6 HP, he's dead. autimatic has only 20, he's up close as well. Could soon be taken down, indeed he will be. Rix is fast enough just about. So all of a sudden it's game on. No Molotov for SEMPHIS, although with the amount of time on the clock it wouldn't make much of a difference. Coming in with the P250, doesn't get the kill though, now he's got a double peek coming in. But again, no kit, it's going to make this super hard. Sean with a close angle, gets the frag. And there should be enough time for the defuse to come in, just about. So that is a desperate round for EchoFox. They've saved the AWP, but what will they do with it? I mean, they could even, for example, if they don't want to switch positions, put Mo on a rifle, because look, he's got 7 frags. I think that's a 7.
Yeah, it is.
On our screen, yeah, he's got 7 frags over there. Sean is more than capable of AWPing as well. So depending on the position that Sean is playing, it might be an idea, since Mo's getting no action over there, to just put him on a rifle and put the AWP in another area. Although Sean's been playing the B bomb site, so that's actually not going to help too much either, but there we go.
Yeah, TSM put themselves in a really weird spot now because, as you can see, they've quasi bought, and in reality, all they need is 2 rounds. They just need to win 2 rounds. They're going to be up against Bias no matter what they do at this point, and so it looks like they'll be able to trade here, one for one. But at the same time, I do wonder if they could have just gotten a full save in, and just had like 2 buy rounds, and then tried to win those buy rounds. It's very hard on this map to do anything without utility against the CTs. Yeah. It's incredibly hard. And basically by buying the Deagles and buying the AK-47, what you're saying is we're just gonna try to get the frags against AWP and AWP, 4 rifles, 4 grenades. Very, very hard on this map.
See, now Mo I think is starting to rotate, but his position would have been so much more useful, especially against the eco, looking up here towards upper B, and now he's finally in and he's killed both players straight away. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, obviously we have complete information, so it's easier for us to say that. But the AWP has not really, I mean, it's an AWPing map, and the AWP has basically had no impact on the map for EchoFox so far. That said, they're only 3 rounds behind now, although you could argue that TSM should have closed it out on that previous round where EchoFox were on the force.
Yeah.
So SEMPHIS back on the AWP. Mo will continue, presumably going to the same spot again. But let's see if TSM will try something different now. Seems they will have 2 people going towards Ivy, and SEMPHIS is just holding the angle while his teammates get close. So once they are close, he might go and join them there. And again, there's a different setup from EchoFox over towards B. They haven't had too much action over there, but they're having a lot of variation in how they're playing things. And indeed, SEMPHIS will join them after holding the angle, waiting for any aggression from the Ts. Walking up as well, which is important, because from Rix's position, if they had been running, he would have heard them. And he will move closer to Mo's position to try and help him out. Mo will get taken down, just standing in the middle, trying to change position there. So he has been nullified, and now EchoFox are down to 4.
Yeah, this is a good start coming in from TSM, without a doubt. And they're just going to continue pushing Ali. Like with that pick, there are some teams that would definitely take 2 players back, then execute him from main and pop dog. But with the smoke down there, they're going to try to funnel through this choke point, and they're getting denied by the counter grenades of the CTs, and that's really the big issue with Ali sometimes. And they cannot get out of Ali, and that could very well end the round right now, because CTs know they have to control the bomb, and it's down to the hitting the shots right now. autimatic able to pick up 1 frag, but his teammate FNS is on 13 points of health. There's basically no nades left at this point for TSM. Time is of the essence, and they need to get the bomb down immediately. roca's just sitting there. He knows he's got the GG position. How does he not get that frag? That's a massive deal. If roca just gets that 1 frag, the round is over, because there's no time, and now Sean Gares has to clutch versus 2 with the AWP. He's going to get a free frag in the back there of autimatic. Now it's down to FNS, and it's very hard for Sean Gares to know where he is. So there's a very good chance for TSM to still take the round, and that's what's going to happen. FNS finds the frag, shooting or doing Sean Gares as Sean Gares did his friend in the back, and 15-11. But it was rather sketchy, I must say, that round. Obviously, the Ali confrontation was harrowing.
Yeah, I mean, Mo got taken down to begin with, just completely out of position, trying to cross after the angle being flashed. So, well, there we go. He's back on the AWP, but no armor. roca with a P250 and Kevlar, and that's about it. And you have to see, and now you have to wonder, like, is it worth Mo being an IV with the AWP no armor, considering he's basically had next to no action for the most part? He's got 10 frags, and roca being on a P250 instead of dropping an M4 to roca and having Mo with like a smoke and a pistol in a position where there's still enough time for the CTs to react if he gets taken down over towards IV, as opposed to roca, he'll be playing a much more critical position. But now we're seeing the aggressive rotation from Mo. And
wow.
I mean, he should always get that frag.
That was a lot of time there for SEMPHIS before SEMPHIS clicked.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, but maybe Mo's looking at the radar or something. But I mean,
yeah, that's actually kind of what that looked like. It looked like he was probably looking at the radar or something, because that was definitely SEMPHIS was slow. He
had all the time in the world.
To
be fragged.
Yeah. Well, we got the attempt here coming in from Sean Gares. He's trying to take the ball by the horns with the AWP in hand. So if he's going to lead by example or try to do so, that molly is good, and Sean Gares cannot get the defuse in, or even attempt to tap it. Obviously trying to defuse in this situation is just incredibly dangerous anyway. Rick's actually going to take the frag. Oh my god, Rick's is going to get both kills. Oh, he's done.
Oh, that's brutal.
It's a good attempt though, but the Molotov definitely killed just enough time. 16-11, and TSM, I think TSM showed that they had I mean, it wasn't super easy for them, but it definitely felt like they're able to exert kind of their individual skill and talent over their opposition, and especially when you have Mo not able to really have impact, and again, not necessarily saying anything against Mo, just for how he's fitting in the structure there against what they were having to deal with. It just was, we were highlighting it, just didn't really work out.
Yeah, and again, I think the problem here for Mo is that people will look at the score and be like, oh, he didn't do anything, he sucks, he played terrible. But if you look, I mean, obviously he went through the T side not getting many frags, so that there's an argument for that. But on the CT side, they only rotated Mo on the last round when he had AWP no armor towards the B bomb sites to try and get some aggression. So the rest of the time, he was sitting Ivy. I think maybe 3 times they went over there at most. And, one time he got picked off in crossing when I don't think he should have crossed there, considering he just heard a flashbang and they're probably picking the angle, hence the flash, right?
Poor Mo.
Yeah, but I think, I think the AWP needed to be used in more aggressive ways, because it was just a waste of money sitting there. And even on the last round, roca has a more critical role to play, considering what's happening in the vacuum there. But he's running around with a pistol while Mo is AWP, no armor. When roca's position has been more critical, give roca the rifle and give Mo the pistol and a smoke. I think.
And obviously with an AWP, this is a thing that Thorin talks about. That he likes. Thorin likes to highlight this sometimes. If you've got a player who is supposed to be kind of your star AWP, or your team is investing a lot and giving him the AWP, then you really need to get something out of that investment. And if that's not really delivering, you are taking away from other options, other things you could be doing, as you're saying. Because if you have a rifler instead of an AWPer, then it's much easier for teammates to play dynamically and quickly with that extra rifler to kind of support a push, or the positioning changes, the way you can play close, you can play actually more up front maybe, or you can have different setups. So definitely there's some things to work on there, and maybe I mean, Mo also just not having the best game when he did get the opportunities, but that's the thing, he didn't get many opportunities because of the structure.
Yeah, I think over time we will probably see, or I think there's an argument to see less AWP over towards Ivy, because if you look at what Mo was doing in that match, he was looking towards Ivy and he was looking down one channel towards main. Whereas again, if you put the AWP2 connector then he can look at higher B. He can, if there's a push towards A, then he can come and look towards main. He can cover electric box, people coming out of pop dog, go around to the site itself, to the back kind of stopper thing. I don't know what it's called, where the trains stop, and looks at the other side of main as well. It's just more a more dynamic place where you can do more for your team. Anyway, Dust2 will be the second match in this map in this best of 3, which will be here very shortly indeed. So we'll go to a quick break and be back soon with the pistol round.
I definitely feel like shit.